paying just $349 and getting unlimited flights for an entire year. I know, sounds too good to be true, right? Well, Frontier Airlines is literally offering exactly that with their GoWild Pass, and the internet is going absolutely crazy over it. But here's the thing. I've spent the last 2 weeks diving deep into the fine print, crunching the numbers, and what I found out actually might surprise you. This isn't just another airline gimmick, but it also is not the travel hack everyone thinks it is. Plus, I discovered a credit card hack that can make this pass way more valuable. I'm about to break down everything you need to know about Frontier's GoWild Pass, the good, the bad, and the credit card strategy they definitely don't want you to know about. What's up, everyone? If you're new here, I'm Damien, and this channel is all about breaking down travel deals and credit card strategies so that you can travel smarter without getting burned. And today we're tackling one of the most talked about travel deals of 2026, Frontier's GoWild Pass. Now, I've been getting absolutely bombarded with questions about this pass. Is it legit? What's the catch? Should I buy it? And honestly, after digging into this thing, I understand why everyone's confused. Because on paper, this looks incredible. But the reality, well, it's a bit complicated. Here's what we're going to cover today. First, I'll break down exactly how the pass works and what it actually costs. Then we'll do the real math, not the marketing math, to see who this is actually worth it for. I'll also reveal the credit card strategy that can dramatically improve the value of the GoWild Pass. And finally, I'll give you my honest verdict on whether you should pull the trigger or run the other way. All right, let's start with the basics. The Frontier GoWild Pass is essentially an all-you-can-fly subscription. You pay one upfront fee, and then you can book unlimited flights for a penny per segment, plus taxes and fees. Right now, there are actually multiple versions available. You have the annual pass, which is $349 at the time of this video for your first year, and it's normally $599. The summer pass is $399 and goes from May through September. Then you have the monthly pass, which is $50 the first month, then it's $149 a month. Now that $349 price tag is what's getting everyone excited, and I get it. The discount on the annual pass is supposed to be available through December 31st of 2025. In addition to that reduced cost, you're also going to get up to an additional 5 months on the subscription for the first year because the pass will be activated within a few days after you activate it. You do not have to wait until May. But here's where things get interesting, and this is crucial. You're not just paying the $349 total. Every single flight you book still costs you taxes and fees, which start at about $15 for domestic flights and can be over $100 for international routes. So when Frontier says unlimited flights for $349, what they really mean is unlimited access to book flights for a penny, plus all the government fees you'd pay anyway. It's still a good deal, but it's not quite as magical as the marketing makes it sound. Now let's talk about booking. Now this is where honestly a lot of people get very frustrated. You can't just book these flights whenever you want like a normal ticket. For domestic flights, you can only book 1 day before departure. And for international flights, it's only 10 days before. And here's the kicker. Seats are subject to availability, and Frontier explicitly says last seat availability is not guaranteed. So let me paint you a picture of what this actually looks like. Let's say it's Thursday night. You want to fly to Las Vegas for the weekend. You log into Frontier's website, search for Friday flights, and maybe there's availability. Maybe there isn't. You're basically playing airline roulette every single time. One GoWild Pass holder who regularly flies from Denver, which is Frontier's main hub, had excellent success with off-peak travel. It was everything else that sometimes felt impossible, like weekends and holidays. And then there are those blackout dates. I mean, we're talking about basically every major holiday in peak travel period. Thanksgiving week? Forget about it. Christmas and New Year's? Not happening. Spring break periods? Not for you. But here's something most people don't realize. There's actually a workaround. Frontier offers something called early booking, where you can book select flights further in advance, but they charge you an additional fee. So much for that unlimited access, right? So now let's talk about the hidden costs that can add up, because that is where the GoWild Pass can go from amazing deal to death by 1,000 cuts really quickly. Remember, the pass only covers that penny fare. Everything else, and I mean everything else, Costs extra. Want to bring a carry-on bag? That's $35 to $60 each way. Need to pick your seat? That's another $8 to $50 depending upon the seat. You want priority boarding? More money. Let me show you a real example. I priced out a trip from Chicago to Orlando, which is a route that Frontier has good coverage on. With the GoWild Pass, here's what you would basically pay. The base fare would be a penny. The taxes and fees would be $28. Carry-on bag, $45. Seat selection, $15. That's a total of $88 plus each way. Now, is that still a good deal? Maybe, but it's not the $15 flight that the marketing suggests. And here's something that really does bother me about this. If you are a no-show for a flight, Frontier can actually hit you with penalties or even revoke your pass entirely. So you better be absolutely sure about every flight you book. All right, so let's move to that credit card hack that I mentioned. Now, here's where things can get really interesting, and this is the part that most people completely miss. There's actually a way to dramatically reduce those painful add-on fees, and it involves the Frontier Airlines World MasterCard. Now, this card has a $99 annual fee, which might make you think, okay, great, another fee to worry about. But hold on, because the math here is actually pretty compelling. Here's what the Frontier credit card gives you. You get 2 free check bags for you and up to 8 companions on every flight. You get a free carry-on bag for you as the primary card holder. You'll also get free seat selection and priority boarding. And here's the kicker. You'll automatically get Frontier Elite status. So remember that Chicago to Orlando example I showed you earlier? Let's recalculate with the credit card benefits included. The base fare would be a penny. Taxes and fees, $28. The carry-on bag is now free. You've saved $45. The seat selection is free. You may have saved $15. Now we are at a total of just over $28. That's a $60 savings round trip just from the credit card benefits. If you take 3 trips a year and you've already saved $180 or more, almost doubled the card's annual fee. But it gets even better. That elite status I mentioned, it comes with additional perks like bonus miles earning and priority customer service. Plus, you'll still earn Frontier miles when you purchase those taxes and fees with the GoWild Pass. Now, I'm not saying you should get a credit card just for this pass, but if you're seriously considering the GoWild Pass and you plan to use it regularly, the Frontier credit card basically transforms the entire value equation. Let me show you the real math. The GoWild Pass, $349. Frontier credit card, $99. So your total upfront cost is $448. But now every flight is essentially just taxes and fees with no add-on costs. For someone that takes 6 to 8 trips a year, this combination can save you over $1,000 compared to booking regular Frontier flights. Okay. So after all of that, you might be thinking this pass is a scam. But hold on, because for the right person, especially when paired with that credit card strategy, this thing can be absolutely incredible. The sweet spot is for someone who lives near a Frontier hub like Denver, Las Vegas, or Orlando, has a super flexible schedule, takes at least 4 to 6 trips per year, doesn't mind the uncertainty of last-minute booking, and is willing to get the Frontier credit card to maximize the value. But here's the flip side. If you're someone who likes to plan trips months in advance, travels with family, or needs the reliability of confirmed flights, this pass will probably drive you absolutely insane, even with the credit card benefits. Now, before you get too excited about Frontier's deal, let's talk about what you're actually going to be getting. Frontier is a budget airline. We're talking about cramped seats, no free snacks, and an overall experience that's, well, let's just say it's not luxurious. If you compare that to something like Southwest's Companion Pass, which gives you more flexibility and a better flying experience. The GoWild Pass is cheap, but you're definitely getting what you pay for in terms of the actual flying experience. All right, so here's my honest take after diving deep into this thing. The Frontier GoWild Pass by itself is not a scam, but it's also not the travel hack that's going to revolutionize your life. However, when you pair it with the Frontier credit card, it does become a much more compelling proposition. If you're someone with maximum flexibility, you live near a Frontier hub, you take multiple trips per year, and you're okay with the uncertainty, this combination could save you some serious money. I'm talking potentially thousands of dollars if you use it right. But if you value predictability, comfort, or you travel with family, this pass is probably going to frustrate you more than it helps you, even with the credit card benefits. My recommendation, if you're even slightly interested, try the monthly pass first. $50 for the first month is a pretty low risk way to test whether this fits your travel style. If it works for you, then consider upgrading to the annual pass and getting the credit card. Now, getting that 1 month pass is going to cause you to forego the discounted annual pass, but if it provides you peace of mind, it may be worth it. Just remember, this isn't unlimited free flights. It's unlimited access to book discounted flights with a bunch of restrictions. But with the right credit card strategy, those restrictions become a lot more manageable. What do you think? Are you tempted by the GoWild Pass and credit card combo? Or do the restrictions just kill the deal for you? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'm curious to hear about your experiences if you've tried it. Now, if this breakdown has helped you make sense of this crazy deal and the credit card strategy, hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on. I break down travel deals and credit card strategies like this every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss the next one. And speaking of credit card strategies, if you're a person with a mortgage or considering getting a home, you have to know about the credit cards that can take your biggest expense, that can generate thousands of points each and every month. Not knowing about these cards can cost you a free trip each and every year, and you'll find those cards right here.